him, and Trevally show me step by step what I must do. Now torp attack button, I torp attack button. Now click on the ID target button, you see here, and he show us. Okay, I click. So we just press this, and now the target was identified like Hog Island tip A freighter. You see, perfect. Looks like we have a Hog Island. Now he told us just press LK to move this on the right corner. I will press LK. So I move it here. Next, click on the toggle chart here. So I click on the toggle chart. Now I have my sound. So I'll drag the sound here. See, usually you're supposed to have here the sound. So I will drag from here to here. Click next. Select freighter from the cover and open by clicking anywhere on the cover. Flick through until you will find Hog Island. So here I have freighter, you see. If I have no freighter, it's like this. So I just go until I will see here freighter. I click here and it's open. And now I'm going to search for Hog, you see here, Hog Island type A freighter. So I will just go by here and search this this ship. You see, it's this one. Okay, perfect. So now we have the ship identified. Okay, click next. So okay, the information we need here is the mast height and ship and the length of the ship. As we can see, the mast height is 28.4 and the length is 123 meters. So what is saying? You see here we have all technical data about the ship. So I suggested to take a pencil and take note, write down these two dimensions. So the mast height is 28.4 because we need this after. Mast height is 28.4 and the length is 122.6. So he suppose he's right 123. Okay, so mast height of the ship is 28.4 here. Length of the ship is 122.6, so it's 123. Okay, I will close this one. Click next, and now he say press again toggle chart visibility. Okay, perfect. So step one, we took the bearing. Okay, so this is the bearing. We put the scope on the target, and this is the bearing. Okay, here is the bearing 221, 221 here. Okay, so the bearing it's put here by itself when we move the scope. Okay, now the step two, we must find the range. Okay, so first we go and identify the ship. We search in the sound and we take note the length of the ship and the mast height of the ship. Now what we'll do? This target is stationary here. It is easy for us to measure using the skull marks. If the target was moving, you will use the follow target button from the Ops officer command bar. The follow target is here, this one. I will show you when I will after we will learn how to use the RAOFB wheel. I will make a tutorial and I will show you how I use this in game. Okay, so in that tutorial we will have a target that is moving. Okay, so I just click next here. To get range to the target, we must match the horizontal scope line with the waterline of the ship. So you see here, this is horizontal line of the scope with waterline. So I already matched. You see, I put it here. Perfect. Next. Now set your scope to the waterline of the ship. You can also ensure the vertical line is close to mast for easy measurement. So I already did that. I click next. Please click RAOFB to bring up the device. So here, you see here, it's RAOFB. So I click here. This is the RAOFB wheel. You see, we have we have the the three rings: the outer ring, the middle ring, and the inner ring. And the outer ring, the middle ring has outside position and inside position. Okay. And here we have the marks. These are the vertical marks, and these are the horizontal marks. Okay. Next, outside ring is ship size. You remember? So outside ring here. Mast and length. So here we put the mast and the length. Okay. Middle ring outside. So this one is the middle ring, and this one is outside here. You see here 10, 11, 12 is range. You remember? So here we use for range. Okay. Click next. So Trevally repeat what he was told before. Okay, when the tutorial was beginning. Okay. Middle ring inside, so this is the middle ring, and this is the inside value 0.543.2.52 is the optical measure, either height or length. So this measure is for the vertical lines. For the this is the mast and this is the length. Okay, so here we will put the marks. Okay, click next. Inside ring, this is the AOB up to 90 degrees. So this is the inside ring. You see here is 90, 70, 60. This means the angle on bow, the degrees. Okay, you will see after what I am telling you. Next. So to find range to the target, we need to read the optical mast height. As you can see, the waterline is matched to the 0 mark, and the top of the mast matched to the 10.6 mark. So, and he showed here in the picture. So what he was saying, you see here we have 0 here in the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on until 10. Okay, so if we put the horizontal line here on the waterline of the ship, and if we will count the mark until we have the flag here, we have here 10, and here it's around 10.5.6. You see? So this is Trevally told us. We have 10.6 mark for the mast height. So just put on your paper, write mast height marks. I will write myself also, mast height marks, so or vertical marks, it's 10.6. Okay, I click next. So I just put the horizontal line here on the waterline of the ship, and I counted from here until this is the highest part of the ship, is the flag here, and until here, you see, from flag to here is like 10.6. You see? Okay, next. Note, you can move your scope while the RAOFB is on. If you need to adjust your scope, you must click off the RAOFB first, then back on. Click next when you have checked optical mast height. So what is telling now? I cannot put. You see, when I have the RAOFB, I cannot put my scope in. I must go here, take the RAOFB out, and after that I can't put. You see? Now I go back. I think that Deve said that in the next version of his interface, we will be able to put our mouse to use the scope even we have the RAOFB, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so click next. Now we need to set the middle inside optical ring to 10.6 at the black marker at the top of the RAOFB disk. Click next to remove image. So I will click next to remove this image from, you see, that is telling us. Okay, so what he told us, you remember that the middle ring, this one, and the value, the numbers of the inside, so this 0.5 here is 5, 4, and so on, we use you remember that I told you we will use this for the mast marks or the length marks. You see, this is the length marks, this is the mark. Okay, so this is, you remember, this is the Mark 1, this is the Mark 2, and this is the Mark 3 this is one is red, black, black. So what we will do? First step for to find the range, we count the vertical lines. So we counted already and we have 10.6. okay, now I go here on the middle ring and I search where is 10.6, and I will put the 10.6 to match this black line here, you see. So 10.6 is, if you are looking here, it's here 10.6, 10.5, 10.6 will be here. Okay, so what I will do, I will just put my mouse here, okay, and I will scroll with my mouse wheel until I will have here 10.6. You see here I have 10, 10.5, 11. So 10.6 will be something like this, you see, 6, 7, 8, something like this. You see, here is 10, here it's 11, here it's 10.5, so here should be 10.6. okay, so I put the Mars from the horizontal line that I calculated, I put it here on the black mark here. Okay, now we choose next. Good. Now we look along the outer ship size ring until we find the mass height on the ship, 28.4. Then read the range from the range ring, middle outer. As we can see, the range to the target is 1080 meter. Click next, and he show us here. So what is he's telling us? Okay, you remember the mass height of the ship was 28.4 when we identify the ship. If you don't remember, go here and see here the mass height is 28.4. okay, so what does mean? 28.4. okay, so the mass height, if you remember, all the time will be on this the ring from outside. Okay, so here I have 25, 26, 20, no, I have here 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. You see here? So my mass height is just a second. Here it's 10.6. Yes. Okay, it's like this, 10.5, 10.6. okay, so here I will look at until I will have the mass height 28.4. okay, so here I have 26, 27, 28, 28.4. it's around here, you see. So if I'm looking, is this point here. Now if I'm going here on this ring here, this is the range. So here I have 28